Alright, in this video, I'm gonna try to show y'all how I went from batting, let's say, 240 in online rated, which is slightly above average, to about 300 in like recent games, especially in the league, where not only am I facing good players, not necessarily great players, because when I say great, I mean those guys who are, let's say, 290 or some crap of that nature. Good players with some of the best pitchers in the game, throwing anywhere from 100 to like 70, like Ohtani currently is. And like a lot of y'all been asking me, how do you hit so good? I mean, one is usually on All-Star, but two, I'm kind of old school in the way I approach it. Like back in the day, they were pretty simple in how they batted. They weren't necessarily sitting on a pitch or trying to read the pitch, as I'm gonna call it. They were just trying to make contact, and that's what I think these days. Thanks to that approach, I went from striking out about, let's say, 13 to 14 times a game to around 5. May not seem like a lot, but that's the difference between you batting 240 and, let's say, 270. And I'm gonna tell you, like I told my friend Live Life Okay, who's probably gonna be watching this, if I see somebody batting 270, 300, I already know I'm gonna be in for it. Because one, he's not gonna really strike out. Two, he's going to pretty much be touching everything, which is going to keep the ball in play, which means a chance for an error at any given time. And then three, they usually have a better's bat now. Now, a lot of people, well, heck, I should say it again. A lot of people ask me, dude, you don't really swing at too many balls. I'm talking about when I'm playing online rated job. I'm not talking about the league games. I'm talking about online rated, where I'm actually so-called trying. Especially since I have teams like, especially since you will usually see me playing with a team like the Rangers, where they only have, let's say, 3 good hitters. But out of those 3, only 2 can power versus lefties, aka Joey Gallo, at least back then, and Dolis Garcia. So I had to be real patient at the plate. 1, 2, I had to make contact, and like 3, I know I can ill afford to just be swinging at pitches 50 inches out of the fucking strike zone. Alright, let's get this video started. Now, I'm probably not going to give you the best commentary while trying to do this, especially since I got Ohtani, who is just like, what do you call that guy, Yu Darvish? He's one of my worst fucking enemies on this game. But after seeing him so much, notice I said after seeing him so much, after like 300 or 400 hours of gameplay and just seeing how pitches move in general in this game, he's a lot easier to hit. At least for me now. But when I first started this game, bruh, this dude used to make me want to snap the digital disc. The digital version of my game. But anyway, let's get this started. Now, alright, let's see what he can throw. That is probably that's a strike. Boom. Now, this guy has some of the nastiest movement on the game, so he's a lot more harder to read than, let's say, some 70 overall punk. Let's see what he's throwing. That's a ball. Are close enough to that was close enough to swing at. That's the most important thing. You want pitches that your PCI can get on. That's a ball. I'm saying, yeah, that should be a ball. It's sliding too much. If I was playing somebody real, like in the league, which I've been doing lately, and doing this same approach that pisses you off because you're not swinging, that's a strike. I mean, look at that. That better be one. Pretty much right down the middle. Let's see what he's throwing. I'm waiting for that curveball. That's one of the hardest pitches to judge, especially coming out of his hand. That's a strike. Yep. But yeah, this is simply put the easiest way to get better at this game. Go into custom practice. And I'm gonna say that's a strike, but I ain't want to cut my own stuff off. Best thing you can do is to go into custom practice and just simply put watch the pitches. May seem dumb, but hey, if you want to be good at this game, or should I say better than average, this is arguably the best thing you can do, and it's put in the game. Unlike on MLB 2K9 and 14 back in the day, where if I wanted to practice hitting the pitch, I used to have to play an exhibition game and constantly restart it. After the first inning. Like if I wanted to practice a pitch, I'll play the bottom of the inning. Or the top if I wanted to bat. See a pitch like that, that thing was sliding towards the right the moment he threw it. Now, depending on your camera angle, things may be different for you. That's a strike. Now, that could have potentially got called, but one thing I should have said, That's even if that is a ball, I can actually swing and crank out the park, just like with that pitch. Y'all see me do it all the time. It's just certain pitches you will get used to seeing. And once you recognize them, you'll learn how to flick really quickly. Boom. Now, like I said, that almost looked like a strike to me, and that was an actual hittable pitch. I'd actually swung at that in a game. And I'm going to say it for the last time, he isn't your average pitcher. His breaking, his velocity, and his differentials and his speeds are just amazing. But if you're playing with somebody who can throw anywhere, or who throws anywhere from, let's say, 85 to 96, yeah, you're going to be a lot better at hitting that guy, especially if you're doing what I'm currently doing. Just notice with his cutter and slider, the moment he threw it, like I'm talking about the balls that he's thrown, the moment he threw it, you can pretty much tell it just had too much slide to cut back in. And from what I know, this guy doesn't really throw a two-seam. No, he doesn't. So if he throws it to the right side of this zone, and it's sliding that hard, there is no way in hell it's going to come back at all. Now, if he throws it to the inside near my legs with that cutter, I'm going to say it looks like a cutter right there. That thing can break in at the last second and backdoor you, but more times than not, your average players are going to throw it. And once you get used to seeing it, ooh, excuse me. Once you get used to seeing it consistently, you're going to learn how to once again flick to it and smack the shit out of it. Like that, I'm like, I would have actually swung at that because it was close enough to be cranked, especially for an opposite field homer. But at the same time, I thought, should I swing at this? Looks like it's going to be a ball. Look, just like that. That thing started sinking the moment he saw it. So, long story short, if you really want to get better at this game, go to custom practice. Put it on All-Star, Legend, Hall of Fame, whatever you like to usually play on. I would personally tell you to play against the NL or AL All-Star because they have the best pitchers on the game. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Watch this. Boom. Practice. Batting. Just look at their lineup. Garrett Cole, Shane Bieber, Carlos Rodon, Nathan Eovaldi, this guy, I think it's Liam Hendricks something. All, like you, as y'all can see, these are some of the best players in the game, and these are people you're going to consistently see. Now, I'm going to put in Chapman for a change. And I'm going to just tell y'all, we'll look at him. He throws anywhere from 102 to 89. Well, heck, actually 83. What makes him so deadly is the fact that he releases the ball far away from his body, one. But two, if you guess slider and he throws a fastball at 102, it's going to get on you like that. And vice versa. You guess that fastball and the sliders come, you're done for. Now, lately I've been a lot better at seeing this guy because I've been playing in the Diamond Dynasty League game. Well, Diamond Dynasty League where pretty much everybody's throwing 102. But let's look at this. That is a strike. Like I said, I'm not really necessarily here to hit this ball. I said I'm going to just get on and make this video. Let's see. That's a strike. Ooh, y'all see how he got me. I thought that was going to be a fastball sliding into the right side of the zone. But that mug sunk back out like a two-seam. That's a strike. Okay. That's 2-1 of me calling him right. By the way, on the ball he threw, I never actually thought to swing at it, luckily. That is a strike. Ooh, I guess not. But once again, that's close enough to where you can actually hit it. That's what you're looking for. You're trying to get your PCI on the ball. I would say that's right down the middle pretty much. Also, another thing, since we're on this video, if you know you suck balls at fucking hitting sliders, do what I'm about to currently do. Boom, boom. Or if you just want to see his fastball sinker combo, you can leave these two on. But just look at his slider. In this case, it's gonna not only help you get better at recognizing a slider, but actually hitting it. If you look at some of my earlier videos, you know that I used to swing and miss at a lot of sliders thinking they were fastballs. What I didn't understand was I had to sit back just a little longer. Now, of course, it's easier said than done, especially if it's the 7th, 8th inning when runners on. You're trying to be all clutch with it. As y'all can see, that slider is nasty, and look at that, got me good. And I know it's in the zone. And that's what I was talking about when I said just early. Swing it too early. I need to sit back and wait. Boom. I was just late in that case, trying to wait too much. But anyways, you want to hit better? Find a camera angle that works for you. Don't listen to your favorite tryhard YouTubers. Oh, you should choose Strike Zone just because I chose it. Oh, it's the best one. That may be true. I don't know. This is my first year on the show, but that still doesn't change the fact that you shouldn't be listening to your little YouTuber, your favorite YouTuber, because he said so. Me personally, I cannot imagine myself playing it with a Strike Zone that looks like this. Where is that dang thing at? Like this right here. If I'm right, this is what most of them play with. This. Boy, my eyes hurt from looking at this. One, and then two, you got to look at Arenado's crotch the entire fucking game. Let me see if I can even hit with this thing. Holy shit. I actually had a good swing, but boy, I cannot imagine playing like this. But anyways, back to the video. Find a camera angle that works for you. Stick with it for anywhere between 24 to 100 hours once you think you found the one you like. And master seeing the pitches. Like, as y'all can see, I choose wide. It allows me to judge the drop of the ball and the height. And it is also visually like a pleasing to look at. Boom. But yeah. To wrap this video up, pretty simple. Find a camera angle that works for you. Use it from anywhere between 24 to like 200 hours. Yes, you heard that. Pretty much uses your entire life on this game. When you first see a picture, unless you know what he throws already, press RT. Like I said, this guy throws anywhere from 83 to 102. The moment he releases that ball, you need to be sitting on that fastball because that's what's going to get you more times than not with somebody who throws this hard. And that is sadly also what most people, well, I ain't going to say sadly. Luckily, that's what most people are going to try to gas you up with, that 102 fastball. Once you get better at reading it, because you're going to consistently be seeing it from Chapman. Like, once you do, it's not funny. After that, you need to, like I said, find a camera angle, see the pitch, speed. You also need to pick up on your opponent's tendencies. One thing I like about playing a real player is this. Unlike the computer, who's pretty much random with the way they throw, real people, you're gonna find that real people, some of them just are simply put too aggressive for their own good. I'm one of them. Especially if I just want to get the game out the way and I just want to, you know, go to sleep or go to work soon. I'll be throwing so many balls, I'm not going to say necessarily in the strike zone, but on the corners that is not funny. When you're facing a guy like that, all you got to do is start timing the pitches. And I know this, that's why I need to change it. But yeah, you also got the guys who will throw a lot of balls. Now, more times than not, you're not going to realize he's been throwing a lot of balls until you look at the bottom left corner. Y'all see where it says too late, like swing timing wise? Well, you know, it shows where I aimed at, and it says 102 fastball. That is what you need to look at. If you had a bad inning, you need to look back and think, damn, did I swing at pitches in the box and, like, let's say foul out or fly out or whatever, or was I swinging at pitches 2-3 inches outside the zone, which arguably got me, you know, helped me get myself out. Like, if you can consistently do that, it's a good chance you're going to be batting at least 250. Keep in mind, I'm currently playing against one of the best pitchers in the game. When you're playing against normal people, it won't be this hard because they don't throw as fast. Alright, that should pretty much wrap this video up. Alright, guys, I forgot one thing in this video. You should always be sitting up and in. Like, even if your opponent hasn't pitched up and in, I say you should sit up and in. Why? Because it's a longer delay between when your swing actually happens when compared to, let's say, outside the zone. Well, on the outer part of the plate. Inside, it takes about, for a total example, half a second for the swing to, like, actually register. Outside is 0.2 seconds, so you can be, you know, it's easier to time it. I cannot count how many times I fucking hammered a 102 fastball up in there from the Rotis. It's on my YouTube. Thanks to me just sitting in. Another thing is this: if somebody has been pitching outside all day, once again, it has a slower delay, so you can catch up to it real quick. What most people don't know is when you throw up and in, They're gonna be like, dude, I thought I fucking timed that pitch. You actually swung when you were supposed to, but with the way this game works, your swing's gonna be a little slower. It's gonna be a lot harder to get a good swing, which can screw you over, because either A, you're gonna strike out, 2, you're gonna get jammed because you're gonna be swinging too late, or 3, you're not gonna have the power that you're used to. But once you get used to actually sitting inside and timing that, hitting outside pitches is gonna be a lot easier. Alright, now that should actually wrap this video up. Alright, now this part of the video should have been taken from the batter side, but it really doesn't matter for the tip I'm about to give you. Now, like I said, you always want to swing at pitches in the box if possible. The closer that ball is in the box, the harder you're going to be able to hit it. But at the end of the day, as long as your PCI's on it, it doesn't really matter for the most part. Now, remember how I was saying if you're having a bad inning or two, you need to do this. AKA press right on the D-pad after I throw this pitch. Like I said, if you're having a bad inning and you want to see how you've been getting out or how he's been pitching, press right on the D-pad. It's going to bring up this menu. Now, in this case, you need to press RB for pitching breakdown. Now, as y'all can see, I've thrown 11 pitches. Out of 11, 91 have been in the strike zone. I've thrown 5 two-seams, 3 sliders, 1 curveball, 2 blah, blah, blah. What is that, 4-seam? Like, I cannot count how many times I've had to do this, you know, press right on the D-pad in the clutch to just see how this guy's been pitching me. Or look at that feedback box, like I said, because if I'm swinging at pitches outside the box, I'm just shooting myself in the foot. If I'm thinking, let's say, in this case, curveball, when this man has only thrown 1 the entire game, I'm shooting myself in the foot. What I should be doing is sitting slider / fastball, with 2-seam fastball. But, yeah, that's the end of that tip.
I bore witness to the manifestation of humanity's rage.